about why it's worth the risk to intervene in Iran.
Yeah, Iran said that the last time I blew them up with the nuclear capability, which they don't have any longer. So Iran said that the last time. They better behave.
The pride of thy heart hath deceived thee. All praises, all power, all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who teach one of Ruel, who taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the Akyam, the fellow laborers, the hopeful elect, pushing this truth at risk of the online truth at the four corners of the earth. To the Akwath listening and learning, sincerity and the truth and the silence, Shalom. It's your brother Shema from the GMS Toronto camp here in Toronto, here with another lesson. Right? Now we see this devil, Esau Edom, speaking from a place of loftiness. Right? Obadiah 1 and 3, and it reads, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. Right? You're proud, man. You heard him say, oh, they said that before and I blew them up. Right, but scriptures say, thee shall hate the whore. Scriptures say, they come from a north country, roughly paraphrasing. Right, an assembly of nations. Right, what we're seeing is the buildup. Right, what we're seeing, first and foremost, all the world is a stage. Right, and all roads lead to the MOTB. Right, and this is a collapse. The elites are orchestrating a collapse. Right, they have their actors in place to act, and they're orchestrating a collapse. They're orchestrating a fallout to justify sending Babylonian American troops in. Right, a propaganda machine. Oh, they have this, they have that, and look at what they're doing to their citizens. We need to go in there. Right? Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, right? The Edomites, right? Mount Seir, Petra, right? The base man, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, heart being mine, who shall bring me down to the ground, right? And that's their mindset. Who shall bring me down to the ground, right? They think they can't be touched, okay? But we're in the time of prophecy, right? And a lot of things are playing out right now in real time, right? A lot of things are playing out quickly, right? The elder apostle Tahar made a video last week where he was quoting, I believe it was Lenin. Elder Apostle Tahar was quoting what I believe it was Lenin. What Lenin said, you know, there be weeks where nothing happened. Salakia, there be years where nothing happened, and weeks where years happen. Right? Salakia. Yeah, you know, there be years. There be years where weeks happen, and weeks where years happen, right? And we're in the beginning of Esau's calendar, right? And there's a lot going on simultaneously. Right? We're in beautiful times. Habakkuk 2 and 1, it reads, I will stand upon my watch, right? The elect on the watchtower, watching for the prophecies, and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. Right? The elect are watching for the prophecies, measuring the time diligently. We're in the times of wars and rumors of wars. Let me get that. I was holding that. Jeremiah 51 and 46. And it reads, and lest your heart faint, and ye fear for the rumor that shall be heard in the land, a rumor shall both come 1 year, and after that in another year shall come a rumor, and violence in the land ruler against ruler, right? And these are the times we're in, man. Violence in the land, ruler against ruler. You know, the leader of the Iranian regime is saying this. The king of Babylon is saying this. You know, tit for tat, right? You got Putin over there in Russia. You got China, and they align with Iran, right? So all hell's getting ready to break loose, right? Right, and all roads lead to the MOTB, right? Because before full-fledged war breaks out, before World War III breaks out, right? The MOTB will be mandated worldwide. Right, but the elect are not troubled by these things that are taking place. Right, the elect realize this prophecy. Right, if you're in the spirit of trying to forward on this side, listen, the bottom's about to fall out, man. The wheels are about to fall off. If you're in the spirit of trying to continue and forward in this kingdom, you're in the wrong spirit. Right, if you're in the spirit of Hebrew Israelite marriages and land grabs, land buying, you're in the wrong spirit. Right? Right? The money system as we know it, the way of trade as we know it, it's about to take a nosedive off a cliff. Right? And they're going to introduce a new way of doing things. The CHIP, the Revelation 13 verse 16 on down. Habakkuk 2:2. And the Lord Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision, right? The vision is the prophecies, and make it plain upon tables. Right, the tables of scriptures, right, and who's decoding, who's breaking down the scriptures the correct way? The men of the Lord, the prophets, 144. Right, who's blowing the trumpet? The prophets, beginning with the elder apostles on down. That he may run that readeth it. Right, who's running? Who's the runner? Right, the men of the Lord. Right, prophesying. Blowing the trumpet, warning that impending doom is coming. Verse 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time. Right, the vision, the prophecies, right, they have their time when they're going to fulfill. Right, we know Jacob's trouble's got to fulfill. Slakia. Right, and we are on the doorstep of Jacob's trouble. Right, we know the MOTB. Right, all hell breaking loose. Right, famines and pestilence, wars and rumors of wars. We're in that time. But at the end it shall speak. Right, the MOTB is speaking. The CHIP, the micro CHIP is speaking. And not lie, though it tarry, right? Tarry, though it seems like it's slow, it's not coming, right? Not happening, you know? There's been scoffers for years. Let's get it. And still scoffers, scoffing, right? A lot of them are quiet right now. 2 Peter. Second Peter 3 and 3, and it reads, knowing this verse, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, right? And we're in the last days, walking after their own lusts. Oh, there's no the MOTB. It's not a CHIP. It's an embargo. We got 30 more years here in Babylon. You know, we're selling Hebrew Israelite names. We're marrying couples, Hebrew couples. Right, scoffers. Oh, you believe in a sky daddy. God is not real. God loves everyone. You're not speaking the truth. You're a cult. Verse 4, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? Right? If things are still going on the way it's going on, what are you talking about? The end is near. We still here, man. We buying land. We're marrying couples. We still here. There's no sea hip. It's a potato chip. For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation, right? For years you scoffed, right? It's June. Where's the microchip? It's June, right? For years you scoffed. Right? It's speaking loud and clear right now. Back in Habakkuk 2 and 3. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry, right? We're in that time, right? We're in the time of all hell about to break loose. Right? We'll see where it goes with this thing with Trump and this Iran thing. Lord will, they crank it up. You know? Go off to a hot start to 2026. The year of apostates, bug outs, and agents. Right? Apostates, scoffers, and agents. Right? Apostates, sellouts, and agents. Salakia. Right? We're in a time where we're going to continue to see things continue to increase. Habakkuk 2 and 4. Behold his soul. NLT. Look at the proud. They trust in themselves. Right? And that little soundbite there on TikTok. You know. Nero 47 said the last time they spoke, we bombed them. Right? They trust in themselves. Right? They trust in their might. And their lives are crooked. But the righteous will live by their faithfulness to Yahweh Bashim Yashai, right? Who are the righteous? The elect, right? Verse 5. Yet also because he transgresseth by wine, right? The wine being his philosophy, his democracy, his way of doing things. Right? He's pushed it throughout the whole world, man. He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, right? He's got military bases throughout the whole world. Who enlarges his desire as hell, right? Hell being the grave, hell being a condition. And is as death, right? Wherever he goes, death follows him. And cannot be satisfied, right? He wants all the resources. He wants the fatness of the earth. His blessing is the sword and the fatness of the earth. But he wants more. Oh, there's oil there, we want it. There's resources, we want it. But gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people, right? His NWO, New World Order, that's his agenda. Total surveillance, mass surveillance worldwide. I see him in everybody. Right, but he's in a trick bag. Shall not all these take up a parable against him? Right, all nations are starting to get sick of the whore. Right, they're getting sick of her. And a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. Right, and that's been the Edomite claim to fame. Increases that which is not his. Right? They've raped, they've pillaged, they've conquered, they've colonized, they've taken with the sword. How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. Right? Him that ladeth himself with thick clay. Right? You look at this word clay, thick clay, it's a badyat, meaning debt. Right? America the Great is trillions of dollars. America, Babylon the Great is trillions of dollars in debt. And there's no way out. And one of the easiest ways to jumpstart, restart an economy is war. War is business. All wars are bankers' wars. Right? And it's a playbook that these Edomites have used time and time again. And they're going right back to their playbook. Right? The propaganda machine is in full bloom right now. Right? Right? Selling a story. right? Pumping out a story on Esau's media, right? Pumping out enchantments. The whole world's enchanted right now with things that are going on. You got people in America, Babylon, they're protesting what's happening in Iran. You got ICE agents snatching up, deleting American citizens. You got world leaders being kidnapped, right? A lot's going on. Right, but yeah, that's it on that. I pray edified. Call Allah, Yahweh Ba'ashim, Yahshai Ba'ashim Rakah Kodash. Double honor to the apostles, elders of great millstone to teach one rule. Shalom to the elect.